What's up, guys? Welcome back to another edition of my review of matches that will be played across the English Premier League this weekend. The match started yesterday with Chelsea locking horns with Fulham. Unfortunately for Chelsea, heartbreak for their fans who were expecting to see their team, expensive signings, live up to the biddings, rise to the expectations. Unfortunately, it ended goalless. Nobody scored. With all the firepower, with all the money being spent in the transfer window, unfortunately, they could not find the back of the net. That's football. Well, looking at the amount of signings, players out injured who are just coming back into the team, James, for instance, Cucurella is not, has not lived up to the hype. 60 million, I still think just paid over the odds for Cucurella. Looking at the midfield, Gallagher, Enzo Fernandez, and Mason Mount. Mason Mount is out of form. Gallagher would definitely have to look for another team, because when all the players are back fully fit, I don't think he is going to have a place in that midfield. And looking at what the owners are willing to do, they are willing to pay for high quality. And if you cannot deliver in the next 3-4 months, definitely know that someone else is going to replace you in the summer. Well, we are going to see how this Chelsea team, or how the whole season unfolds for them. It's going to be very, very difficult for the manager, who the fans are expecting to win every game, every week. They're expected to win all the matches while still building, or while he's still choosing his best team. Aubameyang is already in Milan as we speak. He couldn't handle the fact that he has been removed from the Champions League squad, and also is not in the match squad. So a lot of things the manager will have to contend with, and this is an upcoming manager who still has a lot to prove. Let us hope that he's able to rise to the challenge. But if he's not able to do that, we've already seen Jose Mourinho already submitting his CV, pressing the buttons here and there, sampling the opinions of the manager, of the owners, to indicate interest in taking over at that place. But I don't see them going the Mourinho way, but it's football. Anything can happen. All right, guys, so let's move to the matches that will be played today in the Premier League. A lot is at stake, and Arsenal are going to kick off today's match. They will be facing Everton away at the Goodison Park. And I'm expecting Arsenal to go all the way. They are the informed team in the Premier League. And with no injuries, I was devastated when I had that party had to, because I didn't watch the match against Manchester City. He had to come out. He couldn't start the second half due to, I think, rib injury or whatsoever. But thank God he's can. And hopefully he's going to play today. Goodison Park is not a place to go and just say, oh, they'll give you 3 points. They are going to fight and fight, especially with a new manager in Shondai. They are going to fight and press hard to see that they come up with something, even if it's a draw. Let us see how that is going to pan out. But for this match, I am going to go all the way Arsenal, not just because I'm an Arsenal fan, but I think Arsenal has the edge, they have the quality, and they are the informed team at the moment, and they should be able to deal or handle whatsoever Everton is bringing. And Everton, they didn't really do anything at the transfer window. They didn't strengthen, so I'm not expecting them to put up a fight and Arsenal to win, maybe by 2-0 or 3-1. For that match. Okay, let's move to the second match, which is Aston Villa versus Leicester City. Well, this one is very tricky, but definitely I'm still going to lean Aston Villa. Leicester has been hopeful this season. They've not been able to, in the last few seasons, they've always been, people have been thinking, oh, they are the real deal. They are going to probably, challenge the top 4, the top 6, and they have been consistently doing that. But unfortunately, they failed to improve the team time without number. And even this transfer window, I think maybe they signed just one person. And even with that signing, I still don't think that they have what it takes. Well, they are going to struggle. I'm not saying they will go down, but they are going to really, really have a fight, for them to really survive this season and not be relegated. But their owner at the King Power Stadium at written off their debts. So hopefully they will have enough funds for Brendan Rodgers to go into the transfer market in the summer and get high top quality players for them to be. They need players in that defense. They are just leaking goals and leaking goals and leaking goals. All right, so I'm predicting a win for Aston Villa. Aston Villa, they are really, really picking up under their new coach, Emery, and hopefully they can get a win in this match. It's going to be a win. Let me say it go to nothing or 2-1 thereabout. Let's move to Brentford. Brentford versus Southampton. Southampton. They have strengthened with the Nigerian imports, Paul Onwachi or whatsoever, who is the leading goal scorer in the Belgium league, and he's coming. But Premier League is a massive upgrade from the Belgium league. Hopefully, he is able to help them fight the relegation battle. But I'm tipping them to really go down. Southampton, oh my God. Fortunately, they are going to go down. Brentford, they are one of the informed team. They are at the top half of the table. And definitely, this is going to be a win for them at home in front of their fans. So I'm tipping Brentford to pick maybe a 2-0 against Southampton. Let's move on to the next one, which is Brighton versus Bournemouth. This is Brighton all the way. Brighton coming off from that win against Liverpool at the FA Cup. Even though they've lost Lisandro Trossard to Arsenal, even though Caicedo wanted to leave, but he didn't. He's back in the team. They have lots of amazing players, McAllister, great players, and I think that they are really going to be one of the teams to really watch out for. They are one of the teams, absolutely, because of where they are at the top end of the table. But definitely, I see them picking all the maximum points against Bournemouth in front of their fans. So I'm going to say this is going to be like a 2-0 in favor of Brighton. Let's move to the next match, which is Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, unfortunately, I don't see them picking a point from this game. Manchester United under Ten Hag. Ten Hag started on a very, very terrible note. Losing to Brentford, losing the first few matches, but in the last couple of months, they have really, really picked up and they are looking like a very strong team with Rashford. Rashford is really into form, tearing defenses apart with his pace, with his trickery. I still cannot remember how he dribbled Partey and slotted in that goal. It was awesome. It was amazing. So with an him from Rashford and with Casemiro is definitely the top contender for the summer signing of the season. With Casemiro in that midfield, Eriksen is out injured. That is probably the only issue I have with that team. But maybe McTominay or Fred will be able to, not perform as much as Fred would have done, but maybe they'll be able to come in and probably do a decent job. Even with the absence of Eriksen, I still think that definitely Manchester United, in front of their fans at Old Trafford, will deliver the goods. This is going to be like a 3-1 scoreline. Okay, 3-1 scoreline. Crystal Palace will put up a fight. I love what Patrick Vieira is doing with that team. They are a very strong team. I'm not expecting them to go down, but definitely with an hint from Manchester United, if I am going to place my bet, definitely I am going to be going for Manchester United all the way. Let me know what you think about some of my predictions in the comment section below. Okay, not finally. Let's move to Wolverhampton versus Liverpool. On a normal day, on paper, how does Liverpool is going to win this match? But with what Liverpool is playing, with the way Liverpool is playing at this moment, you really cannot place your money on them. But I am still going to say they are the favorite to win this match because they must respond, okay? They just have to put some wins on the table. Else, they are going to find themselves in trouble come summer, because if they miss out of Champions League, the money, the revenue that comes with it, the owners wants to sell the club, a lot of things, there are no funds. injuries, the players are getting old. So a lot of things are going on in Liverpool at the moment, and so they need to begin to pick up wins from wherever they can get it. Else, they will be closer to relegation teams than to the top four, because they are far off from the top four right now. Wolverhampton, they are struggling at the moment, so they will fight for points. They will fight for points, but I think Liverpool, even though they are midfield and their defense, they are struggling with injuries, the qualities, the players are really, really at a decline. I still think that maybe 1 or 2 goals from Liverpool, but I'm leaning towards a draw here. But if I have to place my bet, definitely I'll go for a win for Liverpool. But Liverpool have really been disappointing this season. Let's hope it's just a one-season thing. Next season, they'll come back firing in all cylinder. So I'm going for a draw in this match. Liverpool, draw. Okay, let me tilt towards a Liverpool win. I'm tilting towards a Liverpool win. Maybe a goal to nothing. We go to nothing, or maybe a 2-1 thereabouts. But I'm definitely tilting Liverpool to win. Yes, I'm tilting Liverpool to win. Newcastle versus West Ham United. Newcastle, they are one of the informed team all through the season. West Ham United, they are also in the relegation battle, and the only reason why they still have their manager is simply because Everton lost that match against them, and so it was whoever loses will lose the manager. And Moyes won, David Moyes won, and at the end of the day, Lampard was sacked. Moyes is still there, so they are still fighting for that relegation. But against an informed Newcastle team, even though Miguel Almiron has lost some of his form that he had, going on at that time, Bruno Ramirez still out injured. Some of their players, key players, are missing. But I still think they have everything it takes. They just got in Anthony Gordon from Everton, even though his stats are not that amazing or impressive. But I think that in front of their fans, they have everything it takes to win this match. I'm going for a Newcastle win, a 2-0. Newcastle have the best defense in this league, and so I'm not expecting West Ham with Antonio in front to really put up a fight. All right, let's move to the matches that will be played tomorrow, which is the 5th of February, which is Northampton versus Leeds. This is going to be a draw. Both of them, they are struggling for points at the home of Forest. Forest are very hard to beat. So I would say Forest will either draw this match or win this match. Okay, they are very, very hard to beat. Even the top teams have gone there and they found it very difficult for them to break them down. So I'm tipping Nottingham Forest to either win this match or draw. So it's either a 1-1 or a 1-0. I'm not expecting Nottingham Forest to score a lot of goals. They are not a high-scoring team. Finally, Tottenham, which is the most exciting anticipated match for this week, which is Tottenham versus Manchester City. The first one started, it was a very amazing game of both halves. Tottenham had the edge in the first half, and Manchester United came back with 4 goals in the second half. And so at the Tottenham Stadium, at Hotspur Stadium, in front of their fans, I'm expecting a response from Tottenham. And I'm praying, as an Arsenal fan, I'm praying that Tottenham will get a win. Okay, it's very, very painful, but I just have to pray that Tottenham will get a win or a draw. I'm praying that Manchester City do not come out with 3 points, because I want a gap. I want us to at least have enough margin. So even if they beat us in the 2 games that we have to face each other, we still have enough in the bank to still be ahead of them. Let's not forget that we still have a game in hand. All right, guys. Well, for this score, I'm going to say it's going to be 2-1 in favor of Tottenham, and they came to score the winning goal. All right, guys. Those are my predictions for the matches that will be played across the English Premier League this weekend. Let me know your predictions in the comment box. Thank you guys for watching, and see you